Cyberpunk Edgerunners has been a massive hit, and it's easy to see why. Studio Trigger put everything they had into this series, and it paid off. Now, of course, there's been a lot of arguing online about one certain character, Rebecca. She quickly became a fan favorite, and of course, Twitter users decided to criticize her for any reason they could come up with, and even journalists are trying to attack this character and anyone who likes her now. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is an article from The Gamer, and it says Cyberpunk Edgerunners Rebecca highlights anime's bizarre obsession with lolly characters. Of course, right off the bat, you can tell they really only put this article up to attack people and to get hate clicks. For journalists like this, it's the only way that they get views at this point, and this individual who wrote this article is someone I have talked about many times in the past. The most recent time I talked about this individual was back in July when this article was posted. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has a non-binary character, and you need to get over it. Games are changing, and we're leaving bigots behind. Of course, just going into this article, instantly attacking people. But going back to the original article, it says Cyberpunk Edgerunners has been a massive success for Studio Trigger and CD Projekt Red. The animated show has single-handedly reignited interest in the polarizing RPG in ways that not even a next-gen update could achieve. I think that it's great that this anime has rejuvenated this game in the community. I am personally not going to replay it until they release the full DLC in 2023, but I'm glad to see that they found a way to make this game popular again, that people are maybe giving it a chance for the first time, or they're going back to it. I don't think they expected this anime to blow up this much, but it has, which is great for them. It says, though, Edgerunners is decidedly anime, though, and doesn't see Studio Trigger hold back in service of this existing universe. It obviously never matches, Promare or Kill la Kill, but it bends our perception of Night City and fills it with characters who go far beyond how this world has been defied since its inception. Yet it feels still grounded and convincing, albeit with a few anime archetypes that, in the eyes of Western audiences, feel even more out of place than they usually do. Anime is home to both the best animation we've ever seen and things so foul I don't even want to mention them here. But it says bloody violence and gratuitous nudity are all well and good, even more so in a place like Night City where such things are already so normalized. We expect them in Edgerunners, and their presence is almost comfortable as the first few episodes spend time revisiting familiar locations, but then they decide to go on to, of course, attack anyone who likes Rebecca. There's also character archetypes that so much major anime is keen to adopt. Lollies, childhood best friends, the elusive crush, and others I won't waste time listing here. Their presence is all but required both to draw in audiences and, of course, create merchandise. As someone who has watched anime for years and been involved in these communities, none of this is surprising, and neither is the discourse surrounding Rebecca and her controversial lolly appearance. Now, I'm going to be honest, I feel like there wouldn't be any controversy around her if there were not people on social media just looking to argue with others, okay? The people who are complaining about Rebecca's appearance clearly have no interest in this anime, and many of them, from what I saw, have said that they won't even watch this series, so they're complaining about something they don't even care about. It says, for a bit of context, a lolly is a childlike female character found in anime or manga. They won't always be underaged, but are designed to resemble a young girl in their figure, while often supporting an attitude that goes far beyond their years. I can think of countless examples from great shows that are dragged down because they are for some reason committed to providing this gross bit of fan service. Otherwise, stellar characters are ruined by the fact that they look like a small child but are actually a 9,000-year-old dragon or come from another planet, or some other nonsense explanation, meaning the show feels it's okay for them to be sexualized in every other scene, even if they live a childlike life with activities such as primary school. It's really gross. Now, of course, as you can see, they are instantly attacking Rebecca and just saying that she's a gross character, and I don't know why they had to provide this gross bit of fan service. She is in her mid-20s, and just because she's petite doesn't mean she's childlike. Their whole thing here is that these characters are childlike, but she's not. Lolly used to only mean a young girl, and now the meaning has changed to cover a situation like this where she looks a bit younger, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't look at her for the first time and think, wow, she's gotta be young. Rebecca is in her mid-20s, around 24, and she is a badass. She acts nothing like a child, and just because she's short and doesn't have big T's and an A, doesn't mean that she's a child. But of course, journalists want to find a way to attack people, so this is how they are with Edgerunners. Oh, you like Rebecca? You're disgusting. I don't know why you'd want to support a series like this. They also say, meaning the show feels it's okay for them to be sexualized in every other scene, but she wasn't in this series, and it shouldn't matter because, of course, Rebecca is an adult, and at the end of the day, she is still a fictional character, but they didn't overly sexualize her. Yes, she had an outfit that at times she was revealing a little bit more skin, but she wasn't, in specific positions or doing specific things that could be seen as sexual, so I don't know where they're getting this from. Following the show's release, it emerged that CD Projekt Red actually objected to Rebecca's design at first, stating that lollies don't exist in Night City and thus she would appear out of place. Obviously, I think that is ridiculous. I mean, there are plenty of characters in Cyberpunk's universe that are supposed to look younger, and I mean, body modification is a crazy thing in Cyberpunk. I mean, there are literally people who modify their body so that they can look like an animal and almost inhuman, so this whole reason didn't really make sense to me. But a lot of the controversy around Rebecca keeps circling back to the statement CD Projekt Red made about her being a lolly, which is incorrect. She isn't a lolly. Their misunderstanding of anime and the lack of recognizing that is what a lot of these critics and journalists are clinging to. I bet if this CDPR criticism had never existed, the amount of people attacking her would be extremely reduced. Being attracted to a shorter woman isn't an inherently bad thing, but this character's similarities to an actual child are being celebrated as a universal positive, and that takes away any goodwill this argument could have possibly had. Again, I don't look at Rebecca and go, oh my god, she looks so childlike, that's why I like her. I like her because she is a total and complete badass, and yes, I do think that her look is really cool, and I don't look at her and go, wow, her similarities to an actual child are crazy. This journalist, this hack, just wanted a way to attack people who like this character and who like anime, and this is how they decided to do it this week. I do not like the gamer. I do not like supporting articles like this, and this is a major reason why I don't like game journalists at all at this point. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.